Hello everyone, it's Richard. This is the Q&A you all asked for. I'm blown away by the amount of questions that you guys asked, so I'm just going to jump into it. First question, what's your favorite color? Don't really have one, I guess. Growing up it was green, so if I had to pick one, I guess I'd stay with green. Favorite thing to do in Canada? This is weird, I'm not a winter guy. I don't like to play hockey, I don't like to ski, I don't like to snowboard, anything like that. So honestly, I guess one of my favorite things to do would be to drive. I like driving around the provinces, exploring. I like going on adventures. So stuff like that, I guess. Exploring the great unknown. Except it's known to most people, just not to me. Was it hard to do push-ups at first? Have you gotten stronger? Yeah. A lot of people don't know this about me, but when I first joined the military, I completely messed up my left shoulder. Don't need to get into how messed up. It required surgery, and it took a while. Um, so getting back into just physical fitness, yeah, push-ups took a while for me. If you scour my Facebook page, you'd find the first 180 something videos that never made it to YouTube, and they're about 25 seconds long on average, maybe. And I'm doing probably at most 30 push-ups, if that, and that'd be towards the end. Starting off, I was definitely in the mid 20s. How I gotten stronger? Stronger's my strength is definitely increased, but more so than that, my muscular endurance in my arms has increased because I've gained weight, not gonna lie. I've probably gained about 20 pounds, and I'm trying to tone that down. But so overall, my upper body has definitely gotten stronger. But the physical endurance is what's really increased. Do you have any pets? Do you still have your cat? I do still have my cat. She's sleeping on the couch. I'll probably include a little snippet somewhere, maybe towards the end of her, just so you can see how fat she's gotten again. How do you find YouTube affects your daily life? Reddit. That's where you found me. That's awesome. Um, Not really sure. I mean, I think overall it's a positively. I'd say it affects my life. Um, I try not to put too much time into it and only use it here and there. Uh, but to create a vehicle, not a vehicle, to create a video now for YouTube, and then spread it everywhere and try to chat with everyone, takes about 40 minutes to an hour, all things considered. Because I'll start off with a 10-minute bike ride uh, on a stationary cycle that we have downstairs, and that just warms up my body. I've been doing a lot better with my push-ups since I've started to actually warm up properly. Uh, and then obviously recording the push-ups. That doesn't take too long, obviously. I mean, 2.5 minutes max. But but then all the editing and the voiceovers that I've started to do, that takes a little bit longer. So I'd say it's about an hour to get everything up and ready. And then Reddit, I guess for the most part, has been a pretty positive experience. I'm not very good with Reddit. I don't know much about Reddit. Recently I've been trying to post to Reddit into different communities or subcultures or subcategories or whatever it's called, to try to do some shameless promotion, shameless plugging. Uh, but overall, I'm not very good with it. So, yeah. Was it like serving in the Canadian Air Force, and how's your experience been? The actual serving that I've done has been pretty good. I'm coming up on 10 years in the Canadian Armed Forces this August, and it's been a pretty good experience. Yeah. Which like The Air Force is definitely different than the Army. Can't say I've actually served in the Army, but I've seen how they live compared to how I live. There's a different culture to There's a different mentality when it comes to training and learning and how you act with your superiors, I guess. Not that you are allowed to disregard them or anything like that, but it's definitely a just culture where if I know something and I'm able to teach it to them, then they don't pull rank over me and just disregard what I'm saying, sort of thing. It's all about improving yourself. What's your favorite movie of all time? Uh, if we went back to when I was a kid, and the one I've probably watched the most of, especially now that I have kids, probably be The Lion King or maybe Aladdin. Um, Favorite movie of all time? I don't know. I like a lot of things to do with Batman, so take your pick, I guess. And if I could travel anywhere in the world, where would I go? I want to visit Europe. My wife's from England, so I'd love to go there and to France and just travel around, see where she grew up, a bunch of stuff like that. Have you considered mixing up your routine a bit to avoid injury? I have, to a degree, uh, but what I've mostly done is try to focus on not necessarily mixing up my routine, but making sure I do supplemental exercises to make sure I'm not only training the certain muscle groups that I do with my push-ups. Um, it wouldn't really be the same thing if it wasn't I guess, a daily struggle of the. I know it's very repetitive what I do, um, but I don't think it would show the same determination, the same uh, struggle if I was to switch up and all of a sudden be like, oh, here's me doing 10 minutes of biking, woo, you know. What's my taste in music? I like a lot of things, I guess. Like, there's really no one genre that I probably haven't listened to and found a song that I enjoy, but there's also not a genre that I'll go to and just specifically listen to that. So I guess it changes with time as to what's really drawing me in. Most recently, I've really been enjoying listening to Eminem's new soundtrack, and specifically the Godzilla soundtrack from that, because just his lyrical ability is amazing. That's how it is, and it gets me pumped up every time I'm going to work out. How do you feel when you go viral on Reddit or something and gain an influx of views and subs? Do you feel unmotivated to do push-ups if you get less views? If I felt unmotivated to do push-ups if I got less views, I probably would have stopped 1,200 days ago. um, it wasn't until day, 953, where someone posted my videos to Reddit, and I gained that first big influx of views and subscriptions. So obviously, if I go viral on Reddit, I'm more than happy. Moment. All right, I'm back. Had to go check on something, and on my way, I decided to pick up this fluff bag. Since I know you all want to see her, it's the whole reason you come to the videos, right? All right, so where were we? Uh, that's right, Reddit and influx of views and all that. Yeah, I I'm more motivated, obviously, when I gain influx of views and subscribers. Um, yeah, it feels nice. Feels great actually, especially because that means normally more people are going to comment and see the videos, and I enjoy commenting back and replying to anyone and everyone who comments. Um, yeah, so I just want to help. Besides doing push-ups for PTSD and suicide awareness, what do you like to do in your free time? Uh, I like to play video games, not gonna lie. Um, I have a few that I go between right now. And aside from that, I'm a bit of a manga nerd, so I like to read those from time to time. What attracted you to enlist in the Canadian Air Force? I enlisted as a means to a career. Pretty simple, I guess. At the time, I think I was 19 when I first enlisted. Applied rather, not when I first joined. And I also applied to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, the RCMP, and I did the applications for both at the same time, and I was accepted to the Air Force first. So that's how I went about that. It was my father suggested it. He was in the Air Force he was in the Canadian Armed Forces for 21 years before he retired. So yeah, he suggested it, and 9 years later, here I am. What is something about you that people may be surprised to learn? Um, that's a hard one. I've been trying to think of an answer to that all week. Like physically, I have gigantic calves that I don't know where exactly I got them from other than genetics. So that'd be something people are normally like pretty skeptical, like how do those exist on your body, sort of thing. Um, I mean, anyone who's been following my videos since summer or fall will have seen me in shorts, so you'll have seen them. Do the push-up videos actually benefit your health? Do you notice a difference? I'm sure I'm a lot healthier today than I was when I first started. Uh, though, at the same time, the push-ups have helped as a catalyst. I guess they push me towards doing more. And by that I mean I want to do better with my push-ups, so I look at other ways to increase my health. So the push-ups themselves, yes, they're going to have a benefit, uh, but they're not the solitary benefit of my health. How do you feel about Reddit? Did you know about it or use it beforehand? I tried to use it. Like I tried to use it um, for a long time. Again, I didn't know much about the subcategories and where to post to be effective. I still don't. Um, so I've tried to use it. I tried to use it for quite a bit, and then I died out for a bit due to technical issues mostly. And now I've started to use it again. So we'll see what comes of it. What was it that inspired you to start this mission? I started doing part two, the 22 push-up challenge, or 22 kill challenge, as it was also named in the States. Grew in popularity for a couple months, and it was something where um, people would do 20 push-ups for 20 days, record it, challenge other people to do the same thing to spread awareness. And I got challenged to do it. I'm like, yeah, of course, this sounds like a great idea. So I did it. And it was about 2 or 3 days into it, and I was just thinking to myself, this doesn't, 22 days, it's not a commitment. Like, yes, I understand the reason behind it, but it's not a commitment to those who need it. Because no one suffers from PTSD for just 22 days. No one's depressed for just 22 days. It's a lifelong battle. So at that point, I decided to extend it to the end of my contract with the Canadian Armed Forces. So at that point, it was about 18 years. And going strong ever since. Do you think the Royal Canadian Air Force does enough for PTSD and depression affected veterans? It's hard to say how much is enough, but I do know that they try. Uh, and it's not just the RCAF as a whole, but it's all the individual units and squadrons. Where I'm currently posted, 403 Squadron, we do a lot for those affected with PTSD because we have so many members who either know someone who is afflicted with it or who have been diagnosed with it. And so, yeah, I can't say policy-wise if enough is being done, but I do believe so on an individual level. Uh, where in the world would you want to do push-ups the most? Well, seeing as I can do them anywhere, I guess anywhere where I can stand up my tablet, which is what I've been using to record for the majority of my push-ups at this point. Um, would I like to travel? Yes. So I guess where in the world would I like to do most push-ups would go back up with where would I like to visit the most, and that'd be Europe. So if I could do a bunch of push-ups all over Europe, that'd be amazing. What's your favorite superhero? Batman. If you haven't seen it yet, I have a large collection of Batman attire, from sweaters, jumpers, hoodies, zip ups, whatever you want to call them, t-shirts, stuff that you won't see underwear. I have a good collection of Batman paraphernalia. Do you have a personal connection to the issue of PTSD or suicide that goes beyond just your involvement in the military? Um, yeah, I guess so. I don't want to delve too much into it because it's not just about me at that point, but yes. Assuming you have days when you wake up and you just feel like, blah, I really don't want to work out today, how do you push yourself to get through the workout and stay committed? I have trouble with discipline on those days where I just feel like staying in bed all day and not hitting the gym. Um, One of my biggest issues was actually getting to the gym. I don't do that anymore. Over the years, I've collected quite a bit of stuff in well, in our basement now. So we have two different cardio machines that my wife has picked out. The most recent being the C6 Bowflex bike, and I've fallen in love with it, to say the least. Um, I I very much enjoy biking. I've had portable pedalers for a bit now, and I try to use well, up until I broke them from pedaling too much. I was using those, and now that I have a proper stationary bike that I can use at home, I love using that. Um, and then I have a home gym, not an extensive home gym. I have a couple free weights, and then I have Bowflex power rods. So nothing crazy strength wise, but definitely enough where I can stay on routine. And about the days where I don't feel like doing it, those are the days I really switch up what I'm doing. Um, I'm, well, since I think January 2nd, I've been keeping a journal of what I've done for workouts that day. Nothing extensive, but just, okay, today's the day where I was focusing on these exercises. And then these are my rest days and what I did on my rest days, sort of thing. And when I get to a day, it's like, oh, okay, I know I'm supposed to do this, but for whatever reason, anything happening during the day, I've decided that, I'm not in the mood. I'll try to switch up and I'll do something else. If I can put on the TV and pedal away to an episode on YouTube or something like that, that's what I'm going to do. Even if it's not, a groundbreaking exercise or fitness day, I'm not pushing the limits. Something is better than nothing, and so that's what I go for. I hope I found everyone's questions and answered them as best as I could. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video, and hopefully you enjoyed seeing Maze, my fat cat. And I hope you're doing well. Take care, and thank you for surviving.